Well, hello guys and gals, it's Hex here again, and today it is episode 12 on the BlockHeads server. We're starting things off today by going back to our rail, our minecart rail sort of ride thing that we started last episode. And I've done some work down here in between episodes, so let me show you what I've got. So basically what I did is I dug out the area underneath this bridge that Wafflestick made, this cool bridge. And then I decorated the interior here with just some cobblestone around to try to make it look kind of like a carved out natural ravine kind of area. The rest of it I have not decorated at all. We come down here. Let me turn these shaders off while we're underneath. There we go. Now we can see a lot better. What I wanted to do was to start decorating this area with some nice cool stuff. And I think the one thing that I'd like to do is I'd like to make this shaft right here the sort of source of a waterfall. Now that's going to be a little tricky because I want to have a waterfall coming down here that doesn't hit the rails. And then the other thing I want to do is to make this sort of like a natural area, similar to this, but have it look a little bit more mine shaft, maybe with a little bit more like wood and maybe some more ores in here. I don't know if I can find some iron ore. And then another thing that I wanted to do is to kind of knock out like some of these torches and make places where mobs will naturally spawn, but make it so that the mobs can't get to the player, so that basically as you're going through, there's some scary things about. Okay, well, I have made a lot of progress here. We've done the entrance. Let me just walk you through it and then we'll take a ride. So, whoa. So we're going to come in here, and then this was that room that was just a room. And now it looks pretty awesome. It's got quite a bit of stuff in here. We've got a little pond, and then we've got this right here, and this is going to come down here. And then we got a little area here, a little area there. And as you come down, we've got quite a bit of leaves and water and vines and lava and some wood that's supposed to look like maybe it was supports long ago, and so on and so forth. And then it comes down here into this area, and right in here I'm going to build... Oh no. I think the next area that we're actually going to work on is the opposite of this one. So going the opposite direction. This area here where you kind of come back up to the top here, to the starting point. The reason I wanted to work on this area is because I'm going to decorate it in a similar way to the area we just were in, and I believe that it's going to be a lot easier for me to do that decorating with kind of the current stuff that I have in my inventory. Another progress update from the end of our rail. So this is like kind of the end, like as you're coming out of the ravine area and going back to the surface. I built this. So basically what we have here, I know it's super dark, but there's a river that's coming down to and it just ends in like a pool down here. And then the idea of it is that it's completely dark and hopefully even a little bit darker than this. And then you come up here and then gradually it starts to brighten up. This torch has to be here for this water to come underneath. Might be able to put it like here. Anyway, that's for another time for me to figure that out. And then we got to go up here, and then I'm going to put another torch right there. I just ran out of torches. And then as you're coming up, then you end up in this sort of bamboo foresty area. And the cool thing about it is that it is a cool forest. And then also right here, if I stand here for long enough, a mob usually shows up and kind of gets stuck in this water right here. So even if a creeper is right there, I can stand right on this corner and the creeper won't blow up. So that's going to be another place for mobs to kind of surprise the rider. And then we come this way, there's another little mob surprise right there. And then this takes us back to the surface, back to the sort of starting and ending point right there. So I'm pretty happy about this. I worked really hard on it, spent probably an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours working on this. It was just a lot of stuff going on again. A lot of different cobblestone pieces and all of this bamboo, but I think it works really, really well, and I think that it looks really cool, and I'm really happy with it. Okay, so coming from here, we're going to go ahead and come around this corner. I still need to decorate this, obviously, but I'm going to be working on a few certain sections. So this first section, what I wanted to do was be like crystal. So yeah, this is what I've got so far. I'm using some white stained glass and some light blue stained glass, and I think that this looks great. I was thinking about adding another color, but I don't know. I think that just the white and blue look really good. The background of it is going to be this black concrete powder because it's dark enough that it sets off the glass, but it also has this kind of grainy look to it that kind of looks itself a bit crystalline. And I might add just a little bit of the blue in this area here. Just kind of come like that, maybe. I don't know. Just to kind of make it very, very crystally and put it in here like that. Maybe add a little bit in here, but yeah, my main problem right now is I'm out of glass. All right, I think that it is pretty close to done. I'd like to do a little bit more here and there, like right there, for example, but I think that it looks really good. Let's take you through it. So this is actually the exit of the area. And then, we're going to go ahead and get a minecart and check this out. And here we go. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way this thing turned out. I think it looks exactly like I had hoped. And it's rather short, but it's really cool. The next thing that I'd like to do is I would like to go ahead and start working on this ravine area. I have a little bit of cobblestone, and I have a bunch more somewhere in one of these guys. I think it was in there. That's where my cobblestone is. Could you shut up for just like 1 second? Thank you. Oh, you don't want to shut up. Okay. I've put several hours in, and I've pretty much replaced all of the dirt, except for a couple little places, and all of the andesite, and all of the diorite, and all that kind of ugly stuff, and completely replaced it. I've also half-slabbed all of the areas, at least I think, that mobs can spawn, and it's pretty tranquil in here, actually. And I think this makes a good base upon which to start adding some details. So the first detail that I'd like to add is some lava. It looks like Wafflestick left me something. It says Hexyfeller on there. Okay. Whoa! I've been wanting one of these forever. Where did he get these emeralds from? That's awesome. That is really, really awesome. I've always wanted one of these. Always wanted one. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put that into our tools and stuff. There we go. Whoa, I just got a bunch of stuff. Look at this thing. What does it have on it? It has Unbreaking 3, Riptide 3, Impaling, and Mending. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you guys, I got a silverfish's head. I was doing a little bit of mining to try to get some cobblestone, and this guy just dropped. Well, it didn't drop. I had to kill the silverfish, but you know what I mean. And I'm really excited about it because check this out. So now I have the bat's head and the silverfish head, and this looks crazy. What? I look like a frog. Okay. Flint. I've been carrying around flint. You guys, that is a blockhead move. Well, I gotta tell you guys, this area is starting to look really good, but it's also really not hex-proof. Look at this place. Oh my gosh. There's lava literally everywhere, and it's scary as can be. I mean, this is a scary place now. I really love this area right here, how it looks like it's cascading down, and then it goes in there. And then it looks like it starts like right here and it just cascades all the way down. I really love these streams here. And then I put a couple of campfires underneath glass to create this effect right here where the smoke is kind of rising out of the... I did that in a few places. I didn't do it all over the place, but I did just enough, I think, to kind of give it the idea of that it's smoking and steaming and just not a good place to be at all. Yeah, I almost died like a couple times, but I didn't ever... I got down to like a half a heart once. but I didn't ever actually burn to death, so that's good. I think this is really nuts. This is going to be just absolutely nuts when you ride the minecart through it, especially if you don't know that it's coming. It's pretty nuts just walking through here. So riding a minecart, I think, is just going to be just like, super sketchy. I do need to put something right here so that this stays open. I wonder if I can just do this. I wonder if I can put this like here and then put a torch on it. Can we do that? Can we do that? Can we do that? Can you put a torch on a trap? Ooh, you can. That's pretty cool. All right. I wanted to use glass for that, but that'll work. And then it comes up here and around here. And then this is going to be our next section right in here. And I've got some cool ideas for it. A cool idea. What I wanted to do was I wanted to make this like a toxic area. So there's going to be some toxins and it's going to be kind of cool. So I dug down quite a ways in order to create the effect. And I'm going to dig down also here to create the effect. So that's going to be really cool. And I'm not going to quite tell you what it is until I'm done, although some of you that are familiar with Minecraft probably have an idea of what I'm going to do, because it's nothing particularly radical, but it is going to be cool, I think. So yeah, I'm going to get on with that and give you another progress update very soon. All right, so we've got the first one in, and as you can see, we've got a little bit of a pool of acid or green goo of some sort. That's kind of what I was going for, was just that. The guy on the Hermitcraft server, Iskal, came up with this idea of using glass like this. And I think in Season 5, they did this like all over the place. But I think this is a good use for it. So basically all you do is at the bottom you put carpet, lights, and then you put like 5 or 6 layers of glass separated by a space, and it works really well. I've set this one up so that we can start on this one. And there's a zombie trying to interrupt my recording. Could you please just... So basically under here I have torches. The torches they don't go all the way to the edge, but they're just kind of in the center. And then you just cover this like that. You could use pumpkins or glowstone or whatever color light you want. I just use torches because that's what I had and they're cheap. So yeah, you just do that. And then basically after that, you just fill in a layer with glass above this carpet. And then you separate that up to the next layer and up to the next layer like that. Pretty much where all these torches are, that's where I'm going to put glass. Okay, we got 2 layers in, and already you can kind of see the kind of shadowy effect, the smoky effect. So we have the pool completely done, all 5 layers, and then I put in a couple of streams, 1, 2, and 3, and then I put in like a stream coming down, like it's coming down from there, and another one coming down from there. So I think that looks really good. The other thing that I'd like to put in here is some nether wart. So I would absolutely love to put some nether wart around this pool right here. I also did this little one off to the side where you can kind of catch a glimpse of it as you go around. Kind of lights up the area a little bit. I didn't go the full 5 blocks down. I just didn't feel like it in that spot, although I don't know, like it probably is pretty easy to do that. I just didn't want to. Anyways, and then when you come over here, what I'm going to do is do a little scene right in here where maybe there's like, just some mining going on, that kind of thing. And yeah, so I'm really, really, really happy with this. I think this area looks great, and I'm going to put some nether wart in and see what that looks like. All right, so I added in some nether wart, and it looks amazing. Yeah, this looks really good. I'm really, really, really happy about how good this looks. It's just so perfect. This is what I wanted. I extended this over here, and I built kind of like a little area where people might have hung out, and maybe this is where they stayed for a while they were mining. And then also we have a little bit of a creeper test over here to see if the creepers will actually kind of hang out in this area without blowing up. And that is the case. So, oh shoot. I hate it when I do stupid things. I also put in the green goo in this area as well. The reason I did that was because I didn't like the lava, and also like when you rode the minecart, for some reason you were like getting burned right in this area. So I decided to just switch it all out. I think this looks really good, and I'm pretty happy about it. So next I want to deal with this little area, and then we're going to go ahead and head up here. Hey, this area is a little bit sketchy. Yeah, so we're going to deal with this kind of vertical area. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to put here. I know what I'm going to put in here, but I don't want to tell you yet. But I don't know what to put in this sort of vertical climbing area. I'm not 100% sure. Hey, this guy wants to know what I'm doing too. What are you doing, buddy? How silly. You know, the more I play this game, the more I really dislike this texture right here. This granite, it just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right. I like all the other textures that they put in to the new game and all that, but goodness, they really messed up the granite. And I think the andesite as well. It just looks terrible now. Okay, all right. Well, we have filled in the bottom here with a bunch of sand and gravel, and I left some places like this dirt right here, this cobblestone, just to kind of give the bottom of this a little bit more natural feel. Let's see if you guys can guess it now. This is kind of a huge hint. The gravel and the sand on the bottom. Okay, if you guessed that I was going to fill this all with water, you were absolutely correct. Because check it out. So I've done all the water filling and kind of the base decorations. Now all I need to do is put in a few coral blocks and some fish. We've got 2 fish in here, but we need, I have a bunch of tropical fish. I might go get some more. I'd like to put a dolphin in here, but I don't know if that's going to work out so well. I think that'd be kind of cool. I also had some issues with water getting into the minecart track because, of course, I didn't get all the glass placed. So I'm hoping that if I go through with a minecart that I'll be able to break these temporary trapdoors that allowed me to sneak in here and rebuild the track. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. What I'm going to do is go ahead and put in this coral and some fish and go get a minecart, and hopefully we'll be ready for a test run. Okay, so heading up to our new area here, I decided to go ahead and kind of decorate it similarly to the beginning, just as kind of a transitional area. So we've got the spruce wood logs kind of going over like supports for this area, and a few little flowers and leaves and things. I think this works well for just such a short little spot. And yeah, we're going to come up here, and then this is our water area. Let's see if we can get into it here. So here's our underwater land now, and I think it's really cool. We've got some tropical fish. I might have to put a few more of them in because when I ride through it on the minecart, they're really difficult to see. They tend to hide out in places where you can't find them. So we've got our little tropical fish in here. We've got a nice minecart rail. We've got all kinds of cool stuff. We've got our lovely sea pickles, and we've got coral all over the place, and somewhere in here there's a couple buffer fish, so we have to watch out for them. Those guys also tend to get in the way and kind of sting you as you go through, but I think that kind of adds an element of danger that's not really that dangerous. Yeah, so I really like this area a lot. I'm just really loving making this minecart track because I think it looks really cool just with all the different elements in here. And I'm about to run out of oxygen, so I'm going to need to head back to the surface. Okay, so something happened when I tried to record the footage for this last area. I've been having some issues with my recording software where the hotkey sometimes works and sometimes doesn't work, and I forgot to check to make sure that it was on, and I built this entire area without recording it. So this right here is supposed to be an ice cave. So I've got lots of packed ice in here, and we've got a few ores, and we've got some abominable snowmen with these little ghast heads that I decided to put in here. And then we've got some nice snow kind of coming across here. And we also have a few little snowmen hanging out over here. We had 3 of them. They really like this little dark spot over there for some reason. I don't know if they need to be in the dark, or what their problem is, but that's where they like to hang out. So anyways, I apologize that I wasn't able to get the footage of me building this, but basically it's the same sort of thing. I cut out an area, I filled it with ice and snow, and that's about all we did. So yeah, the next thing that I'd like to do is go ahead and work on the ravine area with some of our just to put some wood in there to kind of make it look a little bit better. I'm putting in like a little crane thing. I don't know if you can really see this for like a lift, but basically we've got that, and we've got this coming over here, and then that down. Yeah, so it makes like a little bit of a crane. And then there's like a bucket at the end of it there, like maybe people are trying to put this down into that area and maybe get that lapis right there, something like that. So that I think works pretty well. I mean, it's kind of, maybe it's a little derpy with the end rods, but there's nothing else that we can put sideways. It looks like rope, unfortunately. So anyways, I'm going to keep doing some of this stuff and see what we get. So I put in a bunch of these like crane things, and the cranes are either, they have some sort of a block of ore like that redstone right there. I've got one diamond block that is hanging precariously above the lava right there. And then I also did some cauldrons like this, like maybe they're hauling up lava, or maybe they're hauling up like some just rocks or something. Can you put this in the cauldron? No, you cannot. Okay. That question is now answered. I didn't think you could, but you never know. I didn't think you could put rails on top of trapdoors either, so. There's quite a few in that area. There's quite a few going up that way. I tried not to overdo it, but I might put in a couple more. I think it's good enough though. I mean, as you go through, like there's lots going on. There's lava, there's these cranes, there's the mine track itself, there's cauldrons hanging in different places. Okay, so in this area here where you leave the ravine, you're gonna put in, or I'm gonna put in these slabs here, just to keep anything from spawning right here, because I'd really like this to be dark. And then what I wanted to do was to kind of edit this just a little bit, just to make it look a little bit better in here, because this was kind of amateurish. I just kind of had it as a one wide tunnel. I thought that would actually work out because it was supposed to be completely dark, but the problem is you can see just a little bit and it just looked horrible. So we're gonna go ahead and do this, and I thought I had my spruce wood out. Boo! Spruce, there it is. Gotcha. All right. Okay, so we're gonna take this spruce log, and we're gonna go ahead and put it there, and we're gonna go ahead and put one there, and then one here, and so on and so forth. All right, and then I wanted to put in some spruce logs like right here, and right there, and so just so you can't see this right here. I know you probably won't actually see it just because the track goes so fast, but if you do happen to catch a glimpse of it, it's just kind of disappointing, you know? So I'm just gonna fix that real quick, and then we're gonna fix these. And apparently I still have fire resistance going on. You can see these little sparkles. How fun, the little sparkles. Don't tell me I'm out of cobblestone. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that. Boo. This is my life now. Getting out cobblestone from a box. Come on. There we are. Okay, and there we go. And one here, and one there. And just enough just to kind of make it look like, okay, at least he attempted to put something in this area. That'd be nice. There we are. And we're gonna kill that thing. But you know what I want to do? I want to put just a few little leaves in here as well, because it just looks a little bit too bare. 5, 6, and 7. Ooh, we got 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. See if I can get a phantom head. I so want a phantom head right now. We're back at the start and end of our rail system. I've set up a little bit of kind of the outline of some redstone here. So basically what's going to happen, if you haven't ever seen this before, is the minecart is going to come up here and it's going to run into this cactus. Then it's going to get sucked in from the cactus area where it breaks. So basically the cactus is going to break the minecart, and then that's going to put it into this hopper, which is going to take it down through these hoppers and put it into this dropper. And then next what I need to do is create a redstone circuit that will then expel the minecart right there. And then we're going to place some sort of like a button or something to start the minecart roll in that way. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and place a block coming out of there, and then one on the ground like that. And then this comparator should compare to see if there's anything in this dropper. And then if there is, it's going to output a redstone signal into this repeater, which is then going to output a redstone signal into that block, and then into this block, into that redstone, and then yada, 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 yada. Right there, and then into this block right here, like that. Now the question is, will that fire the dispenser above it too? Let's see if I can get out of here somehow. All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and we'll put in some, let's see, we've got 21 cobblestone, so let's see what happens if we, really? I can't. All right, it's not firing our dispenser, which kind of stinks. I'm trying to record a video here. Let's see. I bet you if I come this way with it, come around here. This is one thing that I really hate about redstone is the directionality of it. I got to come all the way out here just to go into that block right there. It's really dumb. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's try this and see if that does it. So we got 38 cobble. Come back to the front. Yeah, now it's working. All right, next we need a button. I think we're gonna go with some sort of a spruce wood button, if we can find our spruce wood. What I want to do is fire the rail without firing the dispenser. Let's see if that's possible. No, not possible. What if we put it here? For reals? Get out of my face! At least it wasn't a creeper. Sounds like we got another one coming. Oh, there he is. Get out of here. Okay, how can we fire this thing without firing the gosh darn dispenser? Maybe we don't care? The dispenser fires? Yeah, we don't care. That's the answer. I don't care. That's funny. All right, so let's go ahead and put in our miney cart like this. And come on, why can't we put the mine cart in the dropper? Really? There it goes. Okay, so now we're going to climb in, push the button, and it works. It works just fine. Okay. Very cool. I'm going to take that out, put some regular rail in here, and I think we might have a working system. Okay, the last place we need to work on is this area right in here. As you can see, I had a little problem. A little creeper blew up in this area. So we're going to have to refill this in, fix Wafflestick's lovely pathway, and kind of rebuild this area. Also, I wanted to make a nice transition downwards into our minecart rail shaft thing. So that's going to be pretty good. Also, I think I want to close off this right here, this cave, just so that as you're going down there, you're not surprised by anything creepy. So those little creeps. Yeah, I'm going to go to bed just to avoid the creeps. Okay, I think I've done it. Check it out. I think it looks pretty good. I feel like I need something in this area right here. I don't think I put the path back quite correctly. But anywho, it is finished. And then I kind of redid the stairway down here, so that looks good. I filled in that cave, so this looks good, and it looks a lot better that it directs you straight down in this area right here, and then you come out right there where the entrance and exit for the actual minecart ride are. I built this little thing right here, this sort of wooden supports in here. I think that looks good. And let's go ahead and take one final ride through the mine. Here we go. Well, talk about finishing the episode with a bang. Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes things blow up. But anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. I hope you've enjoyed this awesome minecart track that I built. So don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know if there's something else you think that I should put in the minecart track, or maybe something else I should build in the world. Anyway, I hope you're having an awesome, amazing day, and God bless.